welcome to another episode of Both Sides Now. This is the show that gets the stories behind the songs. And I'm joined today by a fellow town member of mine from Lurgan, Niamh Murray. Niamh, you're very welcome.
Thanks very much.
Welcome to Red Box. I'm good. So, how long have you been singing, Niamh? Because you're a young girl, okay?
Yeah.
And so normally we get people who have walked the boards a bit more in here. So I'm really glad that we've got a sort of nice, fresh sort of point of view. So tell us a wee bit about, you know, how long you've been doing this and how you actually got into it in the first place.
Well, I've always, from when I can remember, I've always been singing. Singing with a guitar, possibly not until I was a wee bit older. I didn't really get into guitar for a while, but I used to sing, you know, in choirs, like when I was younger.
Right.
And when I was about 11 or 12, I started classical singing. And I loved that, but I really, like my musical upbringing, I really wanted to learn guitar, and I really wanted, you know, to, basically I was like a rock and roller, I was like, I want to rock and roll.
I was going to ask you, so you're rock and roller, so you didn't come from like a folky trad sort of?
No, I did,
you did, right.
But like some of the bands, my dad would always play like older, like 80s bands, and when I was younger I used to be in the car, you know, thinking I was great, and I'd be like, oh, I want to learn how to play guitar, that's really what made me want to learn. But I got a guitar when I was about 13, 14, and you know, just standard wee songs, but I really fell in love with it and started learning whatever I could, and then that kind of progressed into, you know, once I learned a few chords, maybe
you were
fiddling about,
kicking out those rock ballads, were you? Those 80s
indeed,
rock ballads, Dirty Dancing and the like.
Here I know, wee bit of Ursula.
So when did you know that you'd start writing your own songs?
Well, at 13 I wrote my first song, and it was called Sweet Melody, and I actually got a chance to perform it when I played at the Cathedral Festival. And it was just a wee simple wee melody and a simple wee song, like it's something, you know, you could definitely tell I was 13 when I wrote it. But when I wrote that, like, I mean, from 13, when I wrote it start to finish in an hour, I was like, oh my God, I just wrote a song. Something here? Yeah, like, I mean, I knew it was nothing great, but I was like, I sat for an hour, and I sat through that hour and wrote an entire song. You know, and the melody made sense and the words made sense, and I was like, right, okay. And I remember
light bulb going.
And I was like, oh, okay. And I let my mum and my dad hear it, and they were like, oh, that's great, love, you know.
Oh, fantastic.
Don't worry about it, love, that's great. But after that, I just knew, oh, here, I really enjoyed that, and I just started writing after that.
We're going to take a look at you here, actually. Maybe you can talk us through your, you sent us through a video for the show. So this is your EP, isn't that correct?
Yeah.
Is this the video for the EP? Or?
Yeah.
So what is this, One
Last Time? So this EP, this is the main song of the EP. Basically, this here was, I did this with a friend of mine called Ross Power.
Right.
I went to uni with Ross. He's great. He's my age, so I really loved, me and him were kind of on the same page when we were doing this, wanted to make it as funky and as, you know.
Where is it shot, just?
This is actually in Belfast, in like some park. I haven't a clue.
I think I know where this is.
Do you know where this is?
I think I do, but I can't remember the name.
It's
beautiful.
It is, I love it, and he's great, and we both had the same idea of what we wanted.
That's lovely.
But One Last Time, like the EP's basically, I always said to myself, I'm never going to write a breakup song.
Right.
But I ended up writing 3 songs that are like our relation to each other.
Look, you're young now, right? Here's what I find when you're writing songs. There's things that are common to every man.
Yeah.
Breaking up, falling in love, loss, life, laughing. They're common to every single person.
Yeah.
And you'll go through your life. In your life, you'll write a song about every single one of those things. Probably multiple in my case, right? You know, where you'll write songs about particular things. But they're the things that speak to people. They're the things that people get back.
Yeah.
Now, that leads me quite nicely to what we're about to talk about, because this show is about when someone writes a song and the audience think it's about something, but it's actually about something else.
Yeah.
And I've said quite often there's an awful power to being a songwriter, because the truth is you're the only person in the whole wide world who knows actually what that song is about.
Yeah.
And there's a certain power that comes with that, because the skill of songwriting, of course, is that you have to make it common to all men, and they have to get something out of it.
Yes.
But do you find when you're writing your songs, you're still young, so this is an odd question, is it a cathartic thing for you? Are you expressing, I mean, does it help you get over certain emotions? Does it help you channel things, particularly during the last couple of years when it has been quite tough? Do you find you might take it out on the old guitar?
I do, yeah. And you know, it's funny, like even when I was younger and I used to watch like my favourite singer-songwriters, like, you know, if they had an interview, they would say the same thing, and I thought that, you know, I would never feel that way. But ever since I've started writing songs, I really do. I understand what my favourite artists are thinking when they're writing their songs, because when I wrote that EP, like it really was in that stage. Like each song, like when I play each song, I just go back to exactly what it was I was feeling, and the words are so real to me because that's exactly like literally what I wrote was exactly what I thought.
So when you're playing it again, when you're performing it again, you're going right back into that zone.
Yeah.
Heartbreak as it is, or other things as it is.
But in a good way, because it's like it is cathartic, as you said. You're just like, that's what I'm saying. Like with the EP, like one song is me being, you know, I was just in the worst, you know, space possible, wasn't in a good headspace, and then the next one would be, you know, I was getting over it, I'm done, I'm ready to move on, and then the last one was after a wee while I'm missing that person, and I'm like, oh
sure,
you know,
it's a journey.
Yeah,
the whole thing's a journey.
Yeah.
So as I said before, this show is about the story behind the songs. So what is your song, and what is the story?
So the song I was going to play today was called "Fallen from Grace."
Right.
And basically this song, which is there's actually 2 songs I've written based on movies that I like.
Oh, right.
So this song, you know, The Notebook, I was late to that party. I only recently watched that.
It's really sad.
It is very sad, but when I was watching it, I always like, you know, I like to write about maybe things that most people wouldn't think that a young singer-songwriter would write about.
Yes.
So I really, with that story, I particularly loved, you know, as they get older, as she, you know, becomes sick, it's like 2 people who have loved each other for so long, you know, through sickness and in health, that they're together no matter what. And in the movie, he's, you know, reminding her of their life together and things they love doing, and how much he loves her, and that he's never going to leave her no matter what. And I really love that. And you know, I mean, no matter where you're from, you'll always know, you know, a wee old couple who would who have still sustained that love, still hold hands, still walk about, still love each other. And I really did think about people even I knew, that I was like, God, like, that is what everybody wants.
It's the goal, really, isn't it?
It is, and I really, from that movie and that story really did make me go, I'd love to write a wee love story, or a wee something like that.
Sure.
Yeah, and not even particularly about anybody, but something that maybe older people and younger people could relate
Generic to everybody.
Yeah.
So you're really getting down into the sort of lifelong commitment and everlasting love. Right, okay. Take it away, Niamh Murray from Lurgan.
It was a morning in spring, when I first laid my eyes on you and didn't blink. Your beauty was so blinding that the sun lost all of its colors, but you were shining. You've been as gentle as a dove since we two fell in love, and I'll be with you until my final breath is due. For you seem to have fallen from grace, oh my darling. I'll stay by your side till the birds sing a final song, and when they
was a gift I now had to lose, but there was nothing that I wouldn't do. My world revolved around you. For you seem to have fallen from grace, oh my darling. I'll stay by your side till the birds sing their final song. And when they flee their nest, I'll know you'll have found rest in the arms of the angels, finally home.
Well done. That was beautiful, Niamh.
Thank you.
Gorgeous sound on your guitar as
Oh,
well.
love it.
I can really hear the Joni Mitchell coming through on you. It's just lovely. And what I love about this show and love about this is you sang that in song check, and you know, beautiful and all as it was. But once you tell the story behind the song,
Yeah.
it just grows, doesn't it? It just grows in your eyes, and it just grows.
Yeah.
The story just takes root.
Yeah.
That was absolutely lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
We've
much.
got your website, and so if people want to get in touch with you, just go to Facebook. Is that it?
Facebook and
Coming up on
Instagram.
screen, guys.
Everything.
Everything
Anything.
open for business.
100%.
Thank you so much, Niamh.
Thanks so much
Hopefully
for
you'll come back
having me.
in some
I will,
other time
100%.
and do it again for us.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks a lot. And that's it for today, folks. Join us the next time on Both Sides Now.
Hello, my little friend. Take it all away. Release the tension in